is seen sitting at a table in an audience by himself. Adelaide enters with a book and a box and sits with him.
I love him, publisher man the pen. Hello, pie face.
How are you, handsome?
Fine. What have you got there?
A book.
A book? You're always reading books. You're becoming a regular bookie.
Nathan, darling, this is very interesting. The doctor gave it to me. I went to him about my cold.
How is your cold?
It's the same. So the doctor asked me how long I had had it, and I told him a long time. And I said I thought it was on account of my dancing with hardly any clothes on, which is what I usually wear. So he said, read this book because it might be due to psychology.
You haven't got that, have you?
Nathan, this is the psychology that tell you why girls do certain kinds of things.
Oh, would it tell you what kind of a doll would go for a certain kind of a guy if you didn't think she would do so?
What do you mean?
I mean, just for instance, there are certain dolls you can almost bet that they wouldn't go with certain guys.
Nathan, no matter how terrible a fellow seems, you can never be sure that some girl won't take him. Take us.
Yeah.
Nathan, darling, starting with next week, I'm gonna get a raise. So with what I'll be making, I wondered what you would think. Maybe we could finally get married?
Well, of course we're going to, sooner or later.
I know, Nathan. Achoo! But I'm starting to worry about my mother.
Your mother? What about your mother?
Nathan, this is something I never told you before, but my mother back in Rhode Island, she thinks we're married already.
Why would she think something like that?
I couldn't be engaged for 14 years, could I? People don't do that in Rhode Island. They all get married.
Then why is that such a small state?
Anyway, Nathan, now that we're finally getting married, and it won't be a lie anymore.
Elaine, how could you do such a thing to a nice old broad like your mother?
But Nathan, you don't even know my mother.
But I'll be meeting her soon. Then what'll I tell her?
We could get married.
But marriage ain't something you jump into like it was a kettle of fish. We ain't ready.
I'm ready, Nathan. What do you think I got in this box? Nathan, what do you think I got in this box?
Oh, let's see, Sally's wedding shop. I can't guess.
It's a wedding veil, and I've had it for 3 years. I won't show it to you because it's bad luck. Would you like to see it? You see, Nathan, darling, I got the veil. All we need now is our license and a blood test.
What?
Blood test, it's a law.
What a silly. First they closed my crap game, then they opened my veins.
Nathan, you're not planning to run your crap game again.
Martin Adelaide, how can you think such a thing? Why do you think I gave up the crap game? It's because I love you. And I want the two of us to be happily married. But there is a world.
Mimi enters, interrupting.
Anybody see an earring out here?
I don't think so.
Oh, here it is.
Mimi sees Nathan.
You. I'm all dated up tomorrow with Society Max, and he breaks it on account of your dopey crap game. Honest, Adelaide. I pity you.
Nathan gets down on his hands and knees, pleadingly with outstretched arms.
Adelaide, look at me. I'm down on my knees.
Oh, get up. Reminds me of your crap game.
Look, you're getting yourself upset. You and I are going to be all right. After all, we love each other, and we're going to get married.
I don't believe you anymore.
That is true. You'll feel better tomorrow. Come on, cheer up, honey. Let's see that good old smile.
Adelaide gives no response.
That's my girl. See you tomorrow.
Achoo!
Act 1, Scene 4, at the Save a Soul mission.
You spoke beautifully this morning, Sarah.
No, I can't reach these people. I should never have volunteered for this post. And I was going to convert Broadway begging to come to the mission.
Sarah sees Sky's marker in the trash basket and picks it up. As Sarah angrily throws the marker back into the trash, General Cartwright, the head of the Save a Soul mission, enters.
General Cartwright!
Good morning, Sarah. Agatha.
Good morning, General. We didn't know you were coming to town.
I got in early this morning. I've spent the last hour trying to find you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We've been holding some extra street meetings, trying to stimulate more interest.
Sarah, there's something I want to talk to you about. We at headquarters have come to a definite conclusion. We have decided to close this branch of the mission.
Oh, no!
Close the mission.
But General, please, someone can do good here, even if I can't.
Sarah, there are so many calls on us, so many other places where our work is really needed.
We're doing much better now. We've announced a big meeting for tomorrow night.
You've announced a meeting, but will anyone be here? Will anybody come?
A second's pause, and Sky enters the mission with a quiet dignity.
Pardon me, I couldn't help overhearing. General, my name is Sky Masterson, former sinner. I was to protest the closing of this mission. I believe Miss Sarah can be a big success here.
I'm glad to hear you say that, but I'm not so certain.
$1 get you 10.
What?
General, may I make a suggestion?
Sky goes to the trash basket and picks up the marker, which he conceals in his hat.
Yes.
Why don't you come to the meeting tomorrow night and find out for yourself?
Sky crosses to Sarah and drops the marker in her hand.
Don't you think that would be a good idea?
Well, I thought the mission had a chance.
Sarah looks at the marker in her hand.
General, I personally guarantee you 12 genuine sinners.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Act 1, Scene 5. Benny, Harry, and Big Jewel all gather at Mindy's restaurant.
Now, do you all have your carnations?
Yes, we got them.
Okay. Remember, no one will be let into the game if they ain't got red carnations. It's like a password.
Okay, but where's the game?
Nathan enters.
I'll tell you in a minute. Nathan, is it all set? Can I tell the guys it's at the Biltmore garage?
Not yet. I gotta stall him for a while. Joey wants his dough first.
But it's 11 o'clock. They won't stick around much longer.
So, sue me. I left nicely at my hotel to wait for the money from Sky. It'll be there.
Nicely enters, eating a sandwich.
Where's the dough?
It hasn't come yet.
I told you to wait for it.
I had to get some groceries. I felt a little faint.
Get back to the hotel and wait for the money from Sky. And don't come back here without it, even if you starve to death.
Okay, Nathan. Where's the game, Detroit?
Hey, Harry the horse. How are you, Harry? How's everything in Brooklyn?
Detroit, if you don't have no place for your game, tell us and we'll seek elsewhere for entertainment.
No, take it easy, Harry.
I hope, Detroit, you will not spoil our evening, inasmuch as I happen to be entertaining a very prominent guest tonight. I think you might have heard of him. I would like you to meet Big Jewel from Chicago.
Hi, how do you do, Big Jewel?
I came here to shoot crap. Let's shoot crap.
Sure.
Big Jewel just stands there, looking at Nathan.
What do you say, Big Jewel? Shall we stick around or shall we blow?
I came here to shoot crap. Let's do it.
Sure. Nathan, if there's no crap game tonight, I'm sure Big Jewel will be considerably displeased. And Big Jewel does not like to be displeased, as you can find out from those citizens who at one time or another displeased him. although I will admit it is very hard to find such citizens in view of the fact that they are no longer around or about.
Why, Harry, you don't think I'd be so rude as to displease a gentleman like Big Jewel here, do you? Big Jewel, believe me, when I tell you, when Nathan Detroit arranges something, you can count on it.
Lieutenant Brannigan enters and walks over to the group. They are practically lined up for him. He looks them over very carefully.
Sorry, 1 second.
Are you feeling depressed, anxious, bored, ticklish, itchy, numb? Are you too sensitive? Are you undersensitive? Are you sleeping too much? Are you eating too much? Is there anything wrong we can sell our existing pills to you for? Anything? Anything at all? Please ask your doctor. Thank you for your...
Well, an interesting gathering indeed. The Cream of Society, Angie the Ox, Society Max, Rusty Charlie, Liver Lips Louie, Harry the Horse, and all the way from